What is up? Episode 4. So today we've got my variation deadlifts. Now, instead of doing paused or tempo or eccentric, instead we've got cluster doubles. So the idea behind this and the discussion I had with my coach was that with a kind of big deadlift change technique wise that I'm looking for, I needed as much practice as I could get going through the motion. So I suggested doing clustered doubles or triples, low weight, so we're capped to like 245, it's like an RP5 doubles. The idea behind this was it would give me the most practice for my setup, because of course with clusters you're doing a rep, backing off 30 seconds later, coming back into it again, but you're also getting a lot of practice when it kind of comes to the aspects of setting up, pulling into tension, and it fatigues quite quickly, so it forces you to really hold that tension and really start to kind of build trust in the movement even under fatigue. So I'm looking forward to that. Then we've got 2-inch block press. That's easy for me. 2-inch block press is nothing. It's where I excel, and it's kind of the point at which if I can get to the area where I have 2-inch block press in a normal bench, just like that kind of upper portion, I'm locking it out. No matter what weight it is, I'm locking it out. So I'm looking forward to that. Should be pushing like 205, 210 top quintuple, which is stupid, by the way. But yeah, and then we've got just some like volume accessories as backoffs. The main thing that I'm really trying to focus on today is just quality of deadlift setup. I really want to pull into my lower back, really set myself nicely, because something I saw with my 312.5 on Friday, and something that I don't want to happen for my 322.5 is essentially have my lower back get pulled out of position, where I end up slightly further over the bar, and then I'm just not quite able to get myself in a position where I can leg drive, and it turns into kind of half of a pull, half of a leg drive. It's not ideal. But yeah, again, if you have any comments or any questions, please leave them in the video. This will be the portion of the video where I kind of address anything, talk about anything that people want to talk about. And besides that, I'll see you in the gym. I thought I'd save you most of the warm up. We're up to 180. Top set's going to be like 242.5 for our cluster doubles. But again, this is, if you've watched a previous episode, this is like my indicator set. So depending how this feels and how quick this moves, will dictate to me how I feel the rest of the session is going to go. So I saw a girl on TikTok recently who she was trying to use the deadlift jack, and she was, instead of being like this side of the deadlift jack here, where it's very easy to kind of get under the weight and then push it, she was trying to stand on the back end and lean. And basically, for those that don't understand from a physics standpoint why that doesn't work, it's the distance between the fulcrum point, which is these, and the lever. So if you're stood on that, the distance is literally from there to there, like that way. It's not a lot. So if she had just stepped over this side and leant, she would have had far more success. Or if she just got this side and pushed. But if I stand on this end, mind you, I'm 120 kilos at the moment, that barely rocks it over, and this isn't even double my body weight. So yeah, for those of you that were wondering why she was struggling so much, because maybe she just doesn't understand physics. Anyway. So that is deadlifts done now. So I'll see you for bench. Yo, just a quick tip by the way. If you see, I always warm up with 60 on the bench. If you're benching more than like 140 kilos, you should be warming up with 60. You shouldn't be touching the bar. My general rule of thumb for this is the bar is not going to be enough weight for you to have any sort of sensation for what might not be working like biometrically or biomechanically is the word I was looking for. You know, you might not feel what's going on in terms of your body, in terms of what's tight, what's loose, because it's just simply not enough weight for you. The same goes for me. That, and also doing the bar and doing 60 in terms of a percentage of what I'm going to bench is negligible. And pretty much over like 140, definitely over 180, it's the same for you. So just a tip, skip doing the bar when you bench, just go straight to 60. I can't leg drive on this, and that was still easy. So I'm just about to hit 210 for 4. Now this is gonna move at like a 7, 7.5. The goal is an 8, but I'm sandbagging this because I got some heavy bench singles on Thursday. But just for reference, if this moves like that at a 7, that means I'm not far out from being in the same bracket as people like Bob, Rondell, and Dev. They're all benching 500, so 220 for 5. So if I can hit a sandbagged variation, 210 at 7 for 4, I've benched 220 for a triple before, and that was months ago. So although I may not be catching up on squat and deadlift anytime soon, when it comes to bench, my name better be in that conversation. And I forgot the block. So I even forgot the block for that. So that was Spotto, which is harder. Easy work.